Rory, was that a lighter training session than perhaps usual the day before a game?
I think we obviously have sort of two captains runs we'll do. There's the one we'll do at home and there's one we do away. I don't think it was necessarily that much lighter than we've done in the past. I think if this was the first game of two, we maybe would have done a little bit more running around. But I think regardless of the turnaround, with it being the second game of a block of two, we generally we feel we've done quite a bit of the work at this stage anyway. So it's just about getting moving, getting the guys that haven't played here before to see the stadium, and just talking through a few things.
Yeah, I saw Johnny and obviously yourself talking a lot out there today. Because Johnny knows the French players particularly well, does he have an even bigger role to play this weekend going into the France game?
I think Johnny has a big role in terms of he runs the game for us anyway. So from that side of things, he has enough to do. I think with the amount of emphasis we put on everyone knowing the individual profiles of the French players, that it sort of goes down. If Johnny knows one of the players personally and somebody asks him about it, Johnny is always giving of his time and the information. But I think from our point of view, the pressure is on each player. You can't rely on Johnny because he's played in France to sort of help us with the profiles. We got to know that stuff ourselves.
Rory, was there any, it was pretty extensive huddle there at the start, so yourself and Johnny was spoke of what was said in that?
Like we just sort of talked through a few of the plays we're going to run, just a bit of the stuff around in terms of game plan stuff, and it's sort of, I think at this stage of the week that it's important that it's player driven, and that's sort of what the huddle and the walk around the pitch is all about, just to make sure that everyone gets a sense that it's now, the coaches, there's still a little bit of time now, but by and large they've done their bit, and it's up to the players now, because certainly tomorrow afternoon the coaches can influence change by tactical changes with substitutes, but ultimately it's the players that take the field.
There was very little time spent this week preparing for the game because of the short turnaround, but obviously you would prepare for these teams before the tournament even starts. But with this French team, was that kind of nearly impossible because of the amount of changes and the amount of alterations that have gone on in the French team?
Yeah, I mean they've changed their coaching as well, which slightly changes the way they play the game, and we were mindful of that going into the tournament. I think the Italian game last week gave us a reasonably good heads up on how they're trying to play the game, and probably allowed us to prepare for certain things that we maybe didn't quite get right against the Welsh. But yeah, I think our week has been, like Rory said, it's been mapped out for a while now, so it's not come on and we thought, we've only got a 6-day turnaround. It is what it is. We've known about that for a while. The fact that the French have made a few changes, but most of those guys were in the squad originally, and we've played against those guys in Rugby World Cup and last year's Six Nations, so we're pretty familiar with what they have to offer as individuals, and as a team we saw a glimpse of what they're preparing to do under a new coaching group. So yeah, I think our preparation has been as good as it could be based on all the factors in terms of new coaching setup, a few new players coming in, and a little bit of a shorter turnaround.
And I'll talk about how cruel the turnaround is, particularly with travel as well. How have you found?
Look, it's not. This hasn't been a surprise. When the schedule came out, we knew this was going to be a 6-day turnaround. We knew we were going to Paris, so there's been a lot put in place to make sure that we best utilise the 6 days we've had. And look, there are obviously a few sore bodies after the Wales game, but I think we have a very good physio-medical team and very good S&C, and they've worked hard to make sure that we've utilised the recovery, and we've made sure that the stuff we've done on the pitch has been relevant, and we haven't wasted any time. So look, like I say, we knew that it was a 6-day turnaround, and I think we've utilised the time as best we can.
What do you make of the French changes, Rory?
Yeah, look, I think France have got a very, very good squad, so no matter who they pick, it's going to be a tough challenge. I think to 3 changes in the front 5, it certainly freshens things up, and it paints a bit of a different picture for us, but it by no means weakens them, and it just, like I say, it's a slightly different picture for us, so we need to make sure that we are geared accordingly. We sort of knew, certainly from a scrum point of view, that the 4 props haven't changed from their matchday squad last week, and it's something that we kind of pride ourselves on, that we put as much attention and detail into the subs as we do to the starters, because sometimes, and a lot of the time, it's the end of the game that is the winning of it. So for us, it was just a change in emphasis into who was starting to who was on the bench.